Hey guys, what's going on? Brendan Perlini here. Welcome back into the channel. And today we're gonna do 5 skills that you can work on this summer to make you a better hockey player. So that be ado, let's jump on into it. Okay, so the first one I got for you, first skill out there for any kids or anyone else watching for that matter, is being able to stick handle or move with your head up down the ice. The simplest skill, but honestly something that if you watch Connor McDavid, Nikita Kucherov, any top player in the NHL, chances are they're working on this summer, and they're always sort of thinking like, okay, I can't be like this to make plays. Everything is done with the head up, scanning the ice. So if I'm gonna be moving here and we're gonna go forward, so Zach, if you start to like go back a bit, I'm never really eyes on the puck. I can peripheral it down, but I'm kind of looking around, I'm scanning the ice here, I'm moving, my head is always up. So I'm always moving around. Like if I go even a little bit faster here, I'm kind of looking to make a play. I'm scanning the ice. So that's an easy skill anyone out there can do. And even if you watch across, like my coach, shout out to Brian. Brian sent me a few years ago. He's a skill coach for Clayton Keller, Austin Matthews, guys like that. He had sent me a clip of Leo Messi for any soccer fans out there. And it's talked about where he's like scanning the pitch. So Messi is constantly like, it's almost like taking pictures with your brain, you know? You're looking around, you see him, if I can find a clip, I'll pop it up. But he goes like this, he's looking, then he starts to like run this way, then he'll get it, and he already knows where everyone is. So that's what I would say if like to kids or anyone out there when you're doing drills or when you get back into practice this summer, work on having the head up, scanning the ice, knowing that someone is already here. So when you get the puck, he's there and you can cut in or you can do a move off it. So that's a pretty easy skill for everyone out there that they can learn. Okay guys, so for this one, we're gonna talk about soft catches. So this is a very easy skill that kind of goes along with the toe curve, to be honest, but it's I guess if we could flash to the old Mighty Ducks of don't break the egg sort of thing, that's what we're kind of going for here. But more so of like not to, like you always heard the old expression, don't chop the puck into a square. Yes, but there's a lot of things on soft catches where you can use them and into your advantage into a move. So I never really want to hear the blade smack the stick. So I never want to hear like that sound. I always want it to be like butter. If you see, again, Patrick Kane, Kucherov, these guys are able to use the puck's momentum as a soft catch and to either shoot out of it or to use the momentum to come back the other way. Think very flowy, elasticy, like guys who I played with who do it really well, Artem Anisimov, and you're sort of like a bounce. And it's funny to describe, but it feels very easy and flowy and not like, I know a lot of players out there who I've played with off the top of my head, where it's just like, they receive it and it's boom, 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 boom. They feel like they're working so hard and they're chugging down the ice and it slaps it and they shoot it and they miss and it comes down, they bury their head in their back. I want you guys to think like, again, that Kucherov of when you watch him, he's so flowy with it and he receives the puck in motion. He uses the momentum of the puck to shoot and turn. So yeah, again, we're gonna flash more clips of me turning and receiving the puck in motion. But that is a very, very good skill where if you can, not break the egg, so to speak, as far as using puck's momentum for a soft turn to be able to turn with it or receive it and then go against it, that's a very, very good skill. It's more on the advanced side, but the more you can start working on it, the better. And to give you a quick story, when I was with the Chicago Blackhawks in 2019, we were in kind of March time, I started working after practice with Artem Anisimov a lot on this kind of stuff where we would receive it soft, we would do all these kind of drills, and then I said to myself, you know what, when I get in practice, because I just felt you go over the course of the season and you sort of lose your skills because you do a lot of stuff where it's team related, forward check-in, back check-in, you do all this stuff in practice. So you lose the ability to, like, your skill from the summertime, really. And I felt like I got to that point. When I started working with Anisimov, he got me doing these things again. And in practice, I said to myself, you know what? When I come down, when we're doing passing drills, I'm gonna try and receive every single puck in a soft catch. If I miss it or I lose it, so what? I don't care. I'm gonna go grab it and I'm gonna end up shooting. But I'm not gonna take it where anybody can go down like this and get it slapped over, slap the stick, and then, you know, have a shot on net. I'm not getting any better with that. So I'm gonna use puck's momentum. Guys, I went on a tear after that. I don't think it's a coincidence. I felt great in the games. I won NHL, I think it was Player of the Week or something like that, or I was in the 3 Stars of the Week. You know, scored a hat trick against Coyotes, went on a great run, scored like 8-9 goals in 6 games. And I think, honestly, a lot of that had to do with the fact of I started adding in soft catches to my regular practice routine. For the next one, obviously puck in hand, we got the net here. This, I think, is a great skill to have, and if you can get better at it, it fools a lot of goalies out there. So shooting off of different feet and from different positions in the body. So whether it's from here, from way out here, you're pulling in here, it's constantly something that a lot of the best players are working on. I myself have worked on for so many years. You still feel like trying to master that from even areas of here to there. But the standard kind of shot, if I was to shoot one, would be from this area, you know, kind of shooting like that. Or you have your standard shot of front foot, back foot through. So when I say different feet or different positions of the ice, when I'm talking about from here, if I pull this in, I'm gonna fire off my right foot. And then you can pull it in and fire off of left foot. So always constantly changing. And you know, again, the people who I've worked with, some of the best people in the industry, are going away from the fact of shooting has to be done like this or this. A lot of people 10, 20 years ago would have told you, like, you can't shoot from a position like this. And I sort of agree to an extent of it's not probably the best position you want every single time, but there's times and places of things, you know, I'll cut again to some video of if you were coming this way and able to 1 foot turn and shoot. Like, there's so many different options, guys, that you can use. So practicing, you know, if I have the puck out here, I'm gonna shoot off my right. I'm gonna pull it in to my left foot here, but shooting from my right. So constantly changing the position of the puck and my feet. So that's a big skill. Now I'm gonna talk, that was more feet. I'm gonna talk about more relationship with the puck. So different positions of, okay, it's back here. Technically right now, it's almost like behind me and I'm looking at you guys. But if I can turn and shoot it from that position, like, you're gonna fool the goalie 9 out of 10 times for sure. So being comfortable with different areas, and you know, you can still have your head up here, but being able to shoot from a bunch of different feet and positions on the ice is so key. I can't tell you, like, you know, the best guys I've watched, McDavid and Draisaitl and, you know, Austin Matthews, how good they are at this, where there's no shot that's a bad shot as far as like positioning, where a lot of coaches out there will say, oh, this, you know, there's only one way to shoot, or, you know, you have to do this or this. Like, there's really, I agree with everyone's points, but I feel like there's also positions you end up in a game where you might not always be in the right spot. You might receive it right here and you have to get it out of your skate somehow, and that's where you can, you know, find a way working on different shots. So that's another skill that you guys should definitely work on this summer to improve your game. The next one I have is kind of goes back to the first one of head being up, but this is an easy cue that I learned from working with some of the top professionals out there, is being able to turn your head first. So if I was gonna come at you and do a turn, like to my right side, if I'm coming and I wanna turn, usually most people go like this, and they somehow end up over there without even looking. But the cue is, if you turn your head, if I push it that way, everything else follows. So I turn my head, my shoulders naturally go, and then look, I can almost keep going around the circle just from turning my head and looking. So that's one thing I work on. If I have the puck here, like, and I'm gonna turn that back that way or up the ice, I'm always thinking my head first so I know where I'm going. So I'm turning. So it makes it super simple, and if you can get used to doing that, honestly guys, you'll see the ice so well. Again, something that for me, I try to work on daily, and when I don't feel like I'm playing that well or anything, I get back to these basics of, is my head up? Am I turning my head, or am I looking down? Am I like this? So these are so key, man, for yeah, just being able to see the ice. If you turn that head first, your body is gonna naturally follow, and I can get back up the ice or make a play or shoot very easily. So that is turning your head, very easy skill. Okay, so we have the last one here, guys. This one is very basic, and believe it or not, I learned throughout the course of my NHL career. So a lot of people think, you know, if you're watching Patrick Kane or someone like that who stick handles a lot, they get mesmerized by the stick handling. And I think one thing that is super easy for a guy like myself and anybody out there really can do this. This is faking by not faking. So instead of stick handling like that, it's more of you have the puck in a position and you're able to fake by basically, like, I don't want to say not faking, but more shoulder fakes, head fakes. Like, we worked a lot of that when I was young, and I kind of got away from that and got way more too stick handling. But now, if I'm shooting on the goalie, I fake, you can push it to a side, shoot, or, you know, you can fake and bring it to the backhand. And we're talking more specifically even just on a goalie, but on a player, you'll always, again, watch like the top guys. And aside from those McDavid or whatever, like a Kucherov is a great prime example of this. He's so silky smooth, and he'll go to fake, and that's his fake, literally that. Like, whereas, you know, a lot of people think you have to, you really don't. That's the only fake you kind of need. Like, you can push it, and I think everything here, to dumb it down a little bit more for you guys, everything can come from the hands, shoulders, head. Like, my hands, the only fake, if you watch Kyle Turris, he's one of the all-time leading goal scorers for shootouts in the NHL. He had like one move. He would go like this, blade open, shot. And that's all he did. That was his only fake, blade open. So from, you know, a lot of that just comes from the hands. Like, I think people, you don't have to do the crazy stick handles, and more so, boom, that's my fake. I'm gonna pass it, no, I shoot it. Like, easy, subtle fakes. You can use the shoulders for that. Then I shoot. You can really do anything you want, but super simple thing that I've worked on a ton over the last 5-10 years of getting away from stick handling and more so into those areas of, I'm gonna move it, nope, I don't, I jump in and out of pockets. So guys, those are all skills that you learned today where, you know, if you don't understand all of them, that's fine. But I think you can definitely take one or two out of them and just apply it to, you know, whether it's your practice or men's league or whatever, and you're gonna become a better player for sure. Guys, hit that subscribe button down below. Trying to grow this thing. Shout out to Zach behind the camera again. I'm gonna link all his stuff down below. But yeah, kind of run out of words to say. I'm talked out for today, guys. We'll see you next time. Peace.